and welcome to Africa Today on Bridge Africa 24. Africa Today brings to you the top 5 trending stories that surround the African continent for your update and information. The first ever Russia-African Summit and Economic Forum begins today in Sochi on the shores of the Black Sea. Vladimir Putin will be hosting about 40 African leaders for an appointment presented as a replica of those organized by France and China with their African partners. The event symbolizes Russia's great return to the African continent. In 20 years, Vladimir Putin has only made 3 trips to the sub-Saharan Africa. The Russian Federation, wanting to renew its ties with the African continent, seeks to open up markets, find diplomatic and strategic relays with the continent. In Kenya, civil servants will now be required to wear Kenyan-made outfits to work on Fridays and on public holidays. The order was issued in the circular from the Office of the Attorney General dated October 17, 2019 by the Solicitor General Ken Ogeto as part of a scheme to achieve President Uhuru Kenyatta's Big Four agenda that touches on manufacturing. The issue falls in line with government's policy to spur growth of local manufacturing industry as one of the pillars of President Uhuru Kenyatta's Big Four. Flooding in Bangui, Central African Republic's capital, has left more than 6,000 people homeless. This is as a result of heavy rains that caused the outburst of River Ubangi last week. Homes have been flooded with water, some houses destroyed, leaving its inhabitants homeless. Displaced persons lament over the poor living conditions they find themselves in and call on the government to come and see for himself the deplorable conditions in which they live in. The World Health Organization reported at least 1,000 people killed, including around 100 civilians and 120,000 displaced since the fighting began on the outskirts of Tripoli, capital of Libya, more than 6 months ago. Survivors of the airstrike remain trapped in the city under attack, where they have been speaking exclusively to an international correspondent by name Ola Giren. Survivors of this deadly airstrike are desperate to escape Libya on a migrant detention center in Tripoli, and they say they feel forsaken by the United Nations. In Cameroon, the inauguration of the Wuri Bridge, which was constructed in 6 years, will be inaugurated by the French Minister Jean-Yves Le Drian Thursday, October 24, 2019. The project will be realized thanks to a loan of $175 million offered by the French government to Cameroon to build a second bridge over the Wuri. Meanwhile, the government of Cameroon was expected to provide about $67 million for the completion of the new bridge. That is it for today. You just watched Africa Today on Bridge Africa 24. I am Riza Lingwe, and see you next time.